Hi, it's Mitch from pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Nuggets versus Rockets NBA matchup on Saturday, April 24th, 2021. Of course, here on YouTube, Pick Dawgz YouTube channel does more free pick videos than anyone. So be sure to subscribe and check them all out. Let's get to this one between the Nuggets and the Rockets. The Nuggets 12.5-point favorites in this one, playing on a back-to-back against Houston, who has been also on a back-to-back after taking on the Clippers on Friday night. And they played pretty well in that game against the Clippers and pretty much battled them out in Houston. Meanwhile, the Nuggets had that rematch against the Warriors, an absolute war once again. So, the Nuggets, while maybe a little bit, have been a much better team this season. The Rockets really, I believe, they have the worst record in the in the NBA this season. That's how bad they're. The worst team in the NBA this season. And the Nuggets are fourth in the Western Conference playoff standing. They're pretty much cemented in that fourth spot. So not a ton to play for in this game for the Nuggets. I think that the books giving us the 12.5 with the Rockets are basically begging for action here on them. And, they might actually be able to stir some up because, while the Nuggets have been solid, we've seen some vulnerabilities in them. Heading into that game on Friday, they hadn't covered in their two prior games, and really in their last 7, they've only covered twice. So they're a good team as far as wins, but as far as covers, it hasn't exactly been there. We know the Rockets aren't exactly the cover kings of the world either. Here, they didn't cover, and they covered on Friday, but they hadn't covered their prior 2 games, and I guess about 50-50 in their last 10 games is where they sit. Maybe 4-6 in their last 10. But anyway, you slice it. I just think that 12.5 is a little too much considering both teams are on a back-to-back. I think the Nuggets can name their number, but I think with Jamal Murray gone for the season, playing in a back-to-back in a game that they probably are going to win pretty easily, I wouldn't expect them to push it too hard. I'm going to take the Rockets here in the 12.5, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, if you're wondering who the top handicappers in the world have today, head on over to pickdawgz.com, click on the Premium Picks tab.